All right, welcome back. Now, we know that breakfast is the first meal of the day and it sets the tone for your energy levels, but eating a balanced breakfast can provide the necessary energy to start the day, especially during the cold winter months when the body may need more energy to stay warm. So nutritious breakfast, in fact, provides essential vitamins and minerals that help strengthen the immune system at large. And a healthy breakfast can also help protect the body from illnesses. So to chat a little bit more about this, we are joined by dietitian Mbali Mapholi to talk about the importance of a healthy breakfast in winter. Mbali, on that note, good morning. Thanks for joining us at this hour.
Having me.
Perhaps, given the research, the data, sifting through what's true and what isn't true, talk to us about the significance of maintaining a healthy breakfast, regimen.
Yeah.
During winter, especially making sure you've got the correct calorie intake and the correct nutrients.
I think it's that part when you're saying a healthy breakfast, because not all breakfasts are nourishing.
Yes.
But particularly in winter, I think the main focus is, of course, immunity or immune system support to make sure that we can, reduce common colds and flu. In fact, the length of common colds and flu, and all those nutrients we can get from your fruits, like your citrus fruits are high in vitamin C. But also, I think fiber is one of the important elements of your breakfast, and that's where we can get more breakfast. Like a high fiber cereal gives us about 33% of our fiber needs for the day. So it sets you up nicely. Then that fiber is important because for immunity support, we need good gut health. And if you're feeding the good bacteria, you are making sure that those 70% of immune cells that sit in the gut are able to thrive, and that actually protects us. So I think that's why in winter it becomes even much more important. There are people who don't like, your sweet breakfast. They prefer savory breakfasts. That as well is still fine, because whether it's egg and avo on a seeded or brown bread, that is also still good, because we're getting the fiber from the bread, we're getting the lean protein, a good protein from the egg, packed with amino acids, and then healthy fats from the avocado. So it's not like one size fits all type of breakfast that you have to eat the same breakfast every day. And I think that's why there is a power in food. Food fuels us, and there is variety of nutrients we get from variety of different foods. So if you want to play low, with the food and not be scared to combine your breakfasts.
Okay, so let's get into that. Some people don't have an appetite in the morning.
Yes.
And a good cup of coffee is all they need. Talk to us about, what that does for your body as well in terms of energy levels. But then I also want to look at winter as a season, because I know that there are specific foods that are available during specific seasons, and your body
100%.
responds to that as well. So talk to us about that relationship that we need to consider.
Yeah, firstly, coffee is not a meal. Coffee is not a meal. Let's just start there. And you know what happens with caffeine? I mean, it has a space in our diet.
Yes.
Let's start there. But when you consume coffee first thing in the morning, you're thinking, yeah, I'm good, I'm alive, let's do this. But then by 10, 11 a.m., your energy levels crash. So why don't we delay coffee and rather start with something nourishing first, and then only after you've had something. It doesn't have to be a big breakfast, by the way, if you don't have appetite. Something as simple as a quick smoothie that can be, sufficient to get us going in the morning. But also the relationship between food, as you were saying, between food and the season, the winter season.
Yes.
One of the biggest things we've spoken about immunity, but also cognitive function. Winter comes with winter blues. We don't feel like doing much. We just want to cuddle up in bed. So when we eat in the morning, that activates our metabolism, it activates our alertness, it helps us with cognitive function. So you get to hit the ground running quite early in the morning, and then you can go inward as the day goes and then go home. But you were productive for the most part of the morning. Otherwise, if you skip the breakfast or skip most meals, then you're a little bit sad and a little bit
What
inward.
about weight management and metabolism and the functioning thereof as well? In relation to eating breakfast or not?
So it improves our metabolism. So studies have shown that if we delay coffee towards maybe have it after 10 in the morning, especially for women, it improves our metabolism, which in turn will help with weight loss. But if we drink coffee early in the morning, that can affect our metabolism. But also, on the contrary, when it comes to eating breakfast itself, it helps us regulate your leptin, which are the hormones that we have, especially the stress hormones. So once you are able to regulate that, then essentially even your eating for the most part of the day is going to be improved, and you're not going to consume as much calories if you are looking to control your calories.
I need to wrap. Do you recommend supplements as well?
For those who need them, yes. But
Okay.
the aisle for supplements is quite wide, so you need to consult with a dietitian to be able to get the right supplements.
Well, thank you for joining us bright and early.
Thank
I know
you.
for myself, it's tricky, you know, having to wake up so early.
Yes.
But it definitely has helped me in good stead. So thank you for sharing that knowledge as well for the rest of the country and the continent. And we're going to leave the conversation. The dietitian Mbali Mapholi really just chatting to us about the tips on how to remain consistent in still consuming a healthy breakfast during this winter season.